Dear students, in previous lecture we discussed about specific magnetic loading and factors to be considered for choice of specific magnetic loading and what are usual values of specific magnetic loading for different types of generators. Okay, now let us discuss about specific electric loading and what are factors which influence choice of specific electric loading. Okay. Specific electric loading is the number of stator ampere conductors per meter of stator periphery and the air gap is known as specific electric loading, and it is ratio of total stator ampere conductors to stator periphery at the air gap, and mathematically it is expressed as AC equal to Iz into Z divided by pi d. Iz is current through each conductor and Z is total number of conductors for given circumference of machine. Okay. Then what are the factors which influence the choice of specific electric loading or ampere conductors per meter? Okay, so these four factors will influence choice of specific electric loading. One is copper loss and temperature rise, second is voltage, third synchronous reactance, and fourth stray load losses. We'll discuss one by one. Coming to first factor, that is copper loss and temperature rise. Okay. Say if designer choose higher value of AC, it means greater amount of copper is employed in that machine. Depending upon output of the machine, if designer go for higher value of AC, and higher value of AC can be achieved by using more number of ampere conductors for given size of machine. And if total number of ampere conductors are more due to higher value of AC, then volume of copper used for that particular machine will be more. And due to use of higher value of copper, higher value of volume of copper, definitely some of the losses are current dependent, and the loss which is current dependent is copper loss, and definitely copper loss will increase due to increase in greater amount of copper used for machine. Then higher value of AC, it gives more losses and which results in lower efficiency as well as there is rise in temperature. Whatever loss appears in the machine occurs in the machine, that appears in the form of heat, and because of that there is rise in the temperature. And value of AC to be chosen, it depends upon type of cooling techniques used. Usually in case of generator, three different types of cooling techniques are used. One is air cooled, second one is water cooled, and third is hydrogen cooled. If machine is designed with better cooling techniques, then designer can choose higher value of AC, because better cooling techniques will effectively dissipate the heat generated. The rate at which heat rise and rate at which heat dissipation, if both are balanced, if there is thermal equilibrium condition is achieved, definitely there is no rise in temperature. Hence, designer may go for higher value of AC by seeing type of cooling techniques used, and definitely for water cooled and hydrogen cooled machine, higher values of AC can be chosen. Okay. Then a high value of AC can be used for machine using insulating material which withstand higher temperature rise. Then what is cause for rise in temperature? Okay. Every electrical machine is a power converting device. A generator converts mechanical power into electrical power. A motor converts electrical power into mechanical power. And a static device like transformer converts electrical power at one voltage to electrical power at another voltage. And during these processes of power or energy conversion, definitely some waste in the energy is inevitable. Okay. And the losses produced in the machine are converted into heat energy, and because of the heat energy, that heat energy results in temperature rise. Okay. And in order to ensure reliable and satisfactory operation of electrical machines, The heating of every part must control within specified limits. And whatever temperature rises there, definitely this will affect the insulating material put to isolate the windings from the iron part. And you know, life of insulating material depends upon life of machine depends upon life of insulating material. And if any insulating material is subjected to temperature beyond its permissible limit, definitely life of that particular machine will be reduced due to deterioration in the property of insulating material. Because if insulating materials are subjected to higher temperature, they lose their insulating property, and that should not happen. Okay, and you know, already studied classification of insulating material based on thermal consideration as per Indian standard. Okay, there are 7 classes of insulating materials, right from class Y up to C. They withstand different range of temperatures. Okay, for example, class Y withstand 90 degrees centigrade, whereas class H withstands 180 degrees centigrade, class C withstand above 180 degrees centigrade. Therefore, as per this statement, designer may go for higher value of AC when machine is designed with better class of insulation material, because higher class of insulating materials like class F, class H or class A withstand higher temperature, and this is acceptable and this is permitted during design, that is use of higher value of AC depending upon class of insulating material used, which withstand higher temperature. Okay, then coming to voltage rating of machine, a higher value of AC can be used for low voltage machines since the space required for insulation is small. So let us consider how area of each slot and copper area in each slot is decided based on space factor. Here, depending upon rating of terminal voltage of machine, designer will choose certain class of insulating materials and he will decide what should be the thickness of insulating material depending upon voltage rating, because dielectric strength of insulating material depends upon thickness of insulation, and thicker insulation is required for higher terminal voltage. You know, generation voltage varies from 11 kV to 33 kV. Designer may go for uh, smaller thickness of insulating material for 11 kV if you compare with 33 kV, because 33 kV, if terminal voltage of machine is 33 kV, so to insulate that conductor which is put in slot from iron part, thickness of insulating material used must be more. Okay, and here high voltage machines uh, designed use large thickness of insulation. Okay, if you observe these images here, depending upon output rating of machine, designer will decide bunch of conductor to be put in the machine. It can be single turn or it can be multi turn, or for large capacity machines, sometime it may be bar type or strip type. Okay, and here within this slot copper will be put. Okay, and to insulate conductor which operates at high voltage from ground potential, stator will be at ground potential. Okay, so insulation is put to insulate these conductors. Then how thickness of insulation is decided? Thickness of insulating material or dielectric is decided based on voltage, and thicker insulation is required for higher voltage machines. Okay, and here this image shows strip type conductor is embedded within the slot, and here sometime mica is used as paper insulation to insulate the strip conductor from core. Okay, and this image shows single turn bar coil. Usually when stator current exceeds 1500 amps per circuit, then bar type conductors are used. Instead of circular section, bar conductors are used. And for such case, Usually whatever width of insulation is there, whatever width of slot is there, it is 25 mm, and thickness of main slot insulation is 5 mm. Here uh, this shows main insulation thickness, and this depends upon voltage rating of the machine. Okay, then by seeing these images you will understand a small value of AC should be taken for high voltage machines, as in their case the space required for insulation is large. Say, uh, type of insulation material and its thickness, it depends upon two factors. One is voltage withstand capacity and second is temperature rise. Higher class insulating materials are required to withstand higher temperature, and thicker insulation should be put for withstanding high voltage. Hence, space required for insulation space required for insulation in case of high voltage machine is more. That's why designers should choose higher value of AC for low voltage machines and lower value of AC for high voltage machines. Okay. Then coming to synchronous reactance. The value of AC affects the leakage reactance and armature reaction in case of machine. A high value of AC, it leads to high values of leakage reactance and consequently a high value of synchronous reactance. Then what are adverse effects of choosing higher values of AC? What are advantages and disadvantages of choosing higher values of AC with respect to synchronous reactance? Here, the machine which is designed with high value of AC, it will have a poor inherent voltage regulation. You know what is voltage regulation? Voltage regulation of an alternator is defined as change in its terminal voltage when full load is removed, keeping field excitation and speed constant. Okay, when alternator is when load on alternator is suddenly decreased, its terminal voltage will change, and terminal voltage is not only function of load current. In case of synchronous machine, it is also function of power factor of load also. Okay, therefore, when designer choose higher value of AC, then that synchronous generator suffers from poor voltage regulation. And next, low current under short circuit conditions. Therefore, many large units, especially turbo alternators, are designed with large value of AC because they withstand very high value of short circuit current, and as they withstand very high value of short circuit current, damage, mechanical injury uh, during this condition is less. Okay, then due to choice of higher value of AC, what happens to steady state limit, stability limit? Low value for steady state stability limit and small synchronizing power, and consequently it leads to instability. You know, synchronous reactance, uh, maximum power is inversely proportional to synchronous reactance, and due to higher value of AC, what happens to synchronous reactance? Definitely, when more number of ampere conductors are chosen, synchronous reactance will be more, and increase in synchronous reactance will decrease maximum power handling capacity of machine. Hence, uh, steady state limit, it affects steady state stability limit of the machine, and machine may become unstable. Okay, next coming to fourth factor, that is stray load losses. The stray load losses increases with increase in value of ampere conductors per meter. Then what are usual values of specific electric loadings used in case of conventional cooled generators? Just now we discussed there are three different types of cooling techniques are used, like air cooled, water cooled and hydrogen cooled. Okay, and these values are applicable for conventional cooled generators, and in case of silent pole machines which are designed to operate at low speed, usually hydro generators are designed using silent pole machines, and value of AC lies between 20,000 to 40,000 ampere per meter, and turbo alternators are designed using higher values of AC, and value lies between 50,000 to 75,000 per ampere. Right. Thank you.